Okay, I'm doing a review here today and biting it into smaller bite-sized pieces, having problems with uploading. But anyways, this we'll call our 2019 project. We started this in January, and particularly relating to the entry here, which I'm standing in front of. Our gate post ready to, our gate is there ready to mount. But we're in like serious mountain territory here, as you can see, which was part of the first problem. Was the road to get to the lot was disappearing. It had been eating it the last couple of years here, and the water was coming off this mountain, down that drive, off that mountainside, and cutting right through here. So it had eliminated the road, well, from my front tire. Yeah, both my, you could just squeeze a car in here, certainly nothing loaded, and it was disappearing down in this ravine. Hence the need to secure the road space. In this case we used what's known as a gabion here. I'll walk around, and so we built all this road and put the good base in here, and of course we've been in rain for some time now, and as you can see, well, the road here is the best road getting up to this site. Is what we built and put a good solid base underneath there. Anyways, this was what it took to solve that problem, you know. And when you have these kind of stability problems in mountainsides, that equals dollars. I mean, this was about a $15,000 touch to come up. That's 3 meters, 10 feet, and it's 40 some feet long. Anyways, to secure this whole area. Now, this is the cheapest way to do it if you can get it to work. I mean, the other was retaining walls, and they're substantially more expensive. But these are basically a wire cage, galvanized wire cage, filled with rocks to create tons of weight to hold anything back from it. Now, on a video here you don't see this, but this wall has a backward slit to it, and the base and compacted base down there is all sloped backward, so everything is there because it's much harder to push something over center. So that's what you just build that up, and we got down to, as I said, we were down on a good solid base. And you know, it's kind of like Christmas. You're not sure when you open them up just where you're going to get to a good base. Anyways, that's where we found that. And then when we're done, we put this, what may look like a sidewalk, but it's really a retainer to hold it all together and to make sure no water ever goes over top of that again, because that's the kiss of death. You can't have this turning into a waterfall, or you're sunk. So with all of this tying together, and it all has a backward slope on it, so any water coming down here is going to come through the property. Everything is sloped over, and it's going to take this natural drainage here and head down to the creek. Now on this particular site, that creek is very important. Not sure, we haven't had any rain today, so you may not hear the white noise, but there is a creek down at the bottom of this ridge. Yeah, I mean, I can hear it. I don't even know if it's coming through in the video or not, but the significance is that runs year round. So therefore, about 3 years ago, they applied for a water concession, and they got it in February, so that's what allowed them to get a building permit, because nobody else is getting permits in this area. Any private projects, none of them have approved water systems and all the proper concessions that go with that. So that's what made this project viable when there's literally dozens out there that are not. Anyway, so that was a little bit leading up to it. So that's sort of the start of. Other than that, the significant thing here is this is 2 hectares of land, which is 2.5 acres, but it's all forest, rivers, creeks, whatever. I mean, the building here is only area of maybe 250 square meters total of everything. So that had a lot to do with the design and how the house was positioned on here to accommodate the fact that not much flat space was to be had. But one thing is, up here, it is excellent drainage, and other than the water from pouring concrete today, it stays pretty dry. But of course, we're making sure that there's good water flow so that it sheds its water well. We'll continue on.